Moving to the UK can be an exciting journey, but let's be real, it's a whole new world. Whether you're moving for work, study, or just for a fresh start, these 5 tips are going to help you get ahead faster in 2025. And hey, if this sounds like something you need, hit the subscribe button below and let's get moving. The first tip I'm going to be giving you is start building a strong network. Whether you're coming as a student or as a worker or just for a fresh start, you need to actually have like a strong group of people who are in the same field as yourself. If you're coming as a student, you need to find people who are in the same field of study as yourself, or at least in the same level of education, because that's going to help you understand how to carry on in the UK. Because don't forget that coming into the UK is completely different from where you're coming from, and you're going to have to understand how people here do their things. If you're coming as a worker, you need to go on places like LinkedIn, Facebook, and find people who are in the same field as yourself to try and connect with them. Imagine if you're coming as an IT engineer. You might have all the skills and all the abilities to carry on doing your job perfectly well, but if you don't understand the culture and if you don't have people who you can ask questions or relate with when you're having challenges, or even if it's not challenges, just to connect and express yourself, you might have like a struggle doing what you need to do here in the UK. And another thing I'm going to say, guys, is that having a very strong network is actually going to boost your net worth generally. I even know a friend who got a job just from joining a community that she found on Facebook, and trust me, it's real. A lot of people find jobs just from communities that they found online and even offline. There's so many people, even in the church. If you're a Christian or a Muslim, try to connect with religious communities, because also they always have things coming up and you'll be informed if you're part of these communities. But if you don't join any communities, you're going to struggle. Also, people who come with families actually have like a stronger chance of growing their networks, because when you come in with family, you have different members of family who are connecting on different levels, and you get a chance to join in family parties or family visits or friend visits, whatever it may be. Just know that you need to have that very strong network to connect and to help yourself grow in the new community that you find yourself. The second tip I'm going to be giving you guys is financial management. Budgeting in the UK isn't smart, it is actually survival. As soon as you land in the UK, open a bank account. Apps like Monzo and Revolut are very good because they give you like a snapshot of all your financial transactions and they help you organize your finances. So as soon as you land, guys, you need to open a bank account and you need to plan your budgeting. I know a friend who's been in the UK for 3 years, and since he's been in the UK, he's made loads of money because he invited me to help him look at his finances, and whilst we were going through it, he has made so much money, but he's broke. He's actually owing as we speak. I'm not saying owing is bad, but there's a kind of debt you'll be in that's actually really bad. And he's in like the kind of bad debt that he shouldn't be in. And it's not because he's extravagant, it's because he has failed to plan his finances the right way. I'm going to be doing a video on financial management, and if you would like to see the video, just leave a comment below. I'm also going to be leaving a link in the description box for a link to my budgeting planner. Guys, it's very useful and it's free, so you can just click on the link and you get it. Alright guys, the third tip I'm going to be giving you today is finding a stable home. A stable home means a stable mind, and that's the foundation in the UK. Before you move to the UK, you should already start doing your research for the right home, especially the right home that suits your personality. If you're a single person, you'll be considering maybe a different place, maybe around the high street or something of that nature. If you're coming with family, then you'll be considering a more residential area. So guys, Zoopla and Rightmove are like a go-to site for researching for the right home. You should also prepare to read your tenancy agreement, because I'm going to tell you something. If you get stuck with the wrong tenancy agreement, guys, you're going to be stuck for minimum of 6 months, because most tenancy agreements in the UK run from 6 months to 1 year, and if you don't read the tenancy agreement well, guys, you will be stuck for a long time. So you need to do that with proper research. You need to read your tenancy agreement, and don't be tempted to oversave. Moving into the UK, I know it's going to be different, especially for people who are coming from the part of the world where I'm from, that's Africa. We're used to living in luxurious homes, bigger spaces and all that kind of stuff. So coming into the UK, guys, you already have to make up your mind that it's going to be different. You should already plan to share accommodation with friends. If you have somebody who's already living in the UK, start having these conversations, whether you can share accommodation with them, or if you're coming in with a group of people, if you trust these people, you should already start planning to share accommodation with people like that. If you don't do that, you eventually find yourself sharing accommodation with strangers. So you have to make this planning ahead and already plan that it's going to be long term. Because like I said earlier, most tenancy agreements run from 6 months to 1 year. So if you get into the wrong one, you'll be there for a minimum of 6 months, which means you're going to be stuck for a long time. It's not the kind of agreement that you just move in and then you move out as soon as you feel uncomfortable in the environment. So pro tip, guys, don't overspend on accommodation. Be smart about it and start planning ahead. I'm going to be talking more about getting the right accommodation when I do the financial management video, which is going to be my next video, guys, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I mean, I cannot overemphasize the essence of finding a stable home, because it's going to be long term. You should already have that long term plan, that long term idea in your head that you're moving into a new home and it's meant to give you peace of mind. It's where you're going to be for a long time, so you have to find it comfortable, you have to find peace in it, and it's a place where you're going to make the most use of. You're going to be sleeping there, you're going to be raising family, you're going to be having fun, because the UK, there's not so much fun out there. You have to create your own fun, and trust me, 80% of that fun is going to be done inside your house, so you have to make it comfortable. Yeah. Guys, by now I know you already know what the fourth tip I'm going to be giving you is. 2025 is a year of upskilling. You have to gain new skills. So yes, that's right. The next tip is gain new skills. In 2025, you have to already start planning to upskill. Don't just work, upskill. You have to take courses. Like, there are platforms now that are giving cheap courses, some free courses. Start taking courses that are in demand. I mean, in 2025, skills like digital marketing, data analysis, cybersecurity, these skills are in demand skills, and you have to already start working towards gaining at least one of these skills. You need to plan to upskill at every given point in time. I'll tell you one thing, if you fail to upskill, you will become redundant very quickly. You need to start gaining new skills early enough, and you need to also have in mind the fact that these skills keep changing, so you have to keep updating yourself. If you cannot just sit back and say, oh, I already have skills in data analysis or in digital marketing or in cybersecurity or any other in-demand skill, and then you feel comfortable to say, oh, there's no need to upskill. You need to go back to the drawing board, check what's in demand in those areas that you already have skills in, and upskill on the skill that you've already made or you've already built. So you already have to have that mindset that in the UK, it's a moving train. You have to continue to follow the train. You have to continue moving with the trend. You need to continue to learn and upskill at every given time. The failure to plan to learn means you're already going to be left behind. And trust me, you don't want to be left behind in the UK. Don't. And last but not the least, guys, you need to adapt quickly to the UK culture. You know what they say, when in Rome, or maybe when in the UK, behave like the Brits do? Yes, that's true. You need to already start planning to understand the UK culture and adapt quickly. Like, for instance, you need to already prepare your mind that you're going to be joining the queue, regardless of how long the queue is. You have to always say sorry even when it's not your fault. You need to make a cup of tea your new best friend, because you're going to be drinking loads of tea. Look, guys, you need to already prepare your mind to adapt to the UK culture, because you're going to be living the UK lifestyle. You're not going to be living an African lifestyle in the UK. You can eat the African food or the whatever place you're coming from. You can do whatever you want to do, but you cannot bring that culture into the UK system. So you have to adapt quickly. I remember back in the day when someone said to me, fancy a cuppa? Yeah. I also did not understand what that meant. But it just means, would you like a cup of tea? So you need to also learn the kind of lingua and the kind of things that people say, just to be able to adapt and, follow through. I mean, it's going to take a while to understand certain things, but you need to also prepare your mind to adjust very quickly. Moving to the UK is a very big step, but with these 5 tips, you're already ahead of the game. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. And if you're a newcomer, tell me your biggest challenges, and I'd love to help. Until next time, keep grinding, keep hustling, and see you again.